Welcome back to CryptoWealthy channel, guys. In today's episode we're going to do a quick update on the link over here, Chainlink, because I noticed something very bullish on this chart which could lead us to much higher prices. There is both on weekly, daily chart, and some indicators are actually matching up with those signs. Now before we even started, please just to let you know that tonight 00 by European Central Time it's going to be elections in UAS are going to happen, which means the coin that we are following over here, Apollo currency, is going to host whole new country in the world and over 10 countries in Africa continent. So tonight the CEO of Apollo currency is actually nominated for presidency. There are 3 more of them, so you need to check out our videos about Apollo. And tonight at 00 in by Central Time you can actually watch election and who knows, Stevie may actually win this and bring Apollo even on much higher levels that we are expecting. And now let's begin. We're going to do technical analysis on the Chainlink, and this video should not take long, but it's going to give you a good picture and perspective what should you expect about Link in the next days, even week or two. So over here, since the Bitcoin break on the way to the upside, and we are going to probably see some new levels, higher levels, let's say like this, we need to say that on daily chart the Bitcoin is doing something incredible, and that's the bull flag. Over here we do have one prolonged a little bit bull flag, which means that we are still consolidating in this bullish flag, or let's say a falling wedge formation, whatever you want to call it. It's the same because it is continuation pattern for this trend over here, which means we should break on the way to the upside. And now I'm going to explain you why we should break up on the upside. So over here 20 exponential moving average is having a little bit trouble to give us support, and as we can see today we actually got support on this level. It's only a matter of time to see when this candle is going to lock above 20 exponential moving average. So we will see maybe breaking up of level of resistance of this flag, which we are into for around approximately 2 weeks already. So there is a time, there is a good time right now to actually break this resistance. And very important stuff is that the $7 of support is actually holding pretty much. Of course we do have some sort of a descending triangle over here, but in this case I wouldn't count on descending triangle because we are in uptrend, and for now everything is developing pretty well. And now listen up why I don't believe in this bearish descending triangle. So the magic that is happening on the charts is actually on the weekly time frame. On the weekly time frame you can see something very bullish, and that's hammer candlestick pattern over here. Candlestick pattern means that the sellers are actually on some sort of a way capitulating, and the bulls should enter the market right now, which means that we have a pretty good long week over here. That means that the sellers actually pushed price, took their own gains over here, and let the bulls push the price back on this body of the candle, which we all know that the hammer candle is pretty bullish in this case scenario, especially when it comes to the falling wedge formation or bullish flag formation in the uptrend. So that's very important to observe, because very soon we may actually break this resistance and push much higher, which could lead us to $10 per one link very easily. So make sure to observe this area over here. This area is going to give you a good indication what price could do. Now if we go on the daily chart on the RSI, relative strength index, there we can actually see that we are not in overbought territory, which means we have pretty good cool down, let's say like that if you're a gamer, cool down in this area. This is pretty bullish area. This is the bearish area over here. This is also the bearish area, but this in the middle is pretty bullish because we are consolidating above level of 50, and also we're consolidating in the area which we still have more place to run on the way to the upside, right? So observe the RSI. If RSI starts growing, there is a probability that the price will follow. One very interesting stuff that I want to discuss on the daily chart over here is this week, which gave us some sort of a capitulation of the sellers and the pushback on the way to the upside, which lead us to this whole pattern over here. We are spending too much time around level of resistance. When the price spends too much time around that some sort of a level of resistance or level of support, that level of support or resistance tends to break eventually. So right now this is the thing that we are expecting. If you can actually see in the next day or two $7.5, there is a big probability that you will see $9 much faster, especially in this trend that the Bitcoin is in, because we all know that the altcoins are actually following the Bitcoin. And also one very important thing that we need to mention a little bit outside of the link is the S&P 500, who is, by the way, not leading Bitcoin, or let's say Bitcoin is not following the S&P 500. Those rallies over here are not followed by the S&P 500, who is actually in stagnation in the previous week or so. Now, trade for link, if you're trading this as a swing trader or let's say day trader, whatever you want to call yourself, I would put the buy orders somewhere around 7.556, and probably we would surge much higher over here, because that's the level that is going to secure those weeks over here, which are going to break, right, and push price further on the upside. So make sure to observe this level of resistance on the daily chart, and the same thing is on the weekly chart. In 3 days, 2-3 days, if we still do not move from here, that's actually the good sign, because over here the hammer is doing pretty good job. That means that we should expect the higher prices. For now, I don't see any bearish signs right now, except that descending triangle, and if the Bitcoin starts actually retracing, but I don't think that's going to happen right now, guys. We need to do technical analysis by the things that we are seeing on the chart and not by the things that we think that are going to happen. Especially about FOMO and FUD, do not get tricked by that. Do not buy something because it's growing too much. I wouldn't buy Link now, unfortunately. I'm actually thinking to buy it if we see the lower prices, but I don't think we're going to see the lower prices. But if that happens, but everything is possible in crypto, right, there is a big probability that I will enter the Link also, because it is good project, and if you invested a little bit lower, congratulations to all holders. Now, I think this is it for today, ladies and gentlemen. Please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. I want to thank each last one of you for watching our videos, and until the next episode, happy trading and goodbye.